I walked into a group brunch and realized within 5 minutes that my best friend Chloe had told everyone at the table about the confidential medical diagnosis I had received just 2 days ago. I noticed the way two of our mutual friends were looking at me with that soft, pitying expression that people use when they think you're fragile, and then someone leaned over and asked how my treatment plan was going. I had only told Chloe because I was scared and needed a safe place to process the news before I even told my own parents. Seeing my most vulnerable secret being treated as casual brunch gossip between sips of mimosas made me feel like I had been stripped naked in the middle of a crowded restaurant. Chloe and I had been friends since college, and I had always been the one she called whenever her life was falling apart, but she clearly didn't understand the weight of the trust I had placed in her. She was a person who lived for the drama of others, often using their tragedies to make herself seem like the supportive central figure in a complicated story. I realized that by telling the group, she had robbed me of the chance to share my own story on my own terms, and she had turned my health into a conversation piece. I felt a surge of hot, stinging betrayal that made it impossible for me to even look at the menu. Chloe, why does everyone at this table know something I told you in total confidence less than 48 hours ago? I asked, the table going dead silent as the smiles faded. She tried to act like she was doing me a favor, claiming she only told them so they could start a meal train and offer me support because she was so worried about me. She actually tried to grab my hand across the table, acting like the concerned martyr. But I pulled away and told her that her worry didn't give her the right to broadcast my medical history without my permission. I made it clear to the entire group that I wasn't looking for a meal train or their pity, and that I was deeply disappointed that my privacy was so easily discarded for the sake of gossip. I didn't stay for the meal. I just got up and walked out of the restaurant, ignoring Chloe as she followed me to the sidewalk, trying to apologize for her good intention. I realized that a friend who doesn't respect your boundaries during your darkest moments isn't a friend you can afford to have in your life. I blocked her number that afternoon and spent the rest of the week reaching out to my family to tell them the news myself, which was a conversation I should have been allowed to have without the ghost of Chloe's gossip hanging over me. It was a painful lesson in who truly deserves access to my inner life and who is just a spectator looking for a headline. The medical journey was difficult, but I found much better support in people who actually listened and respected my request for privacy throughout the process. Chloe tried to reach out several times through mutual friends, but I never gave her a second chance because some betrayals are too deep to be fixed with a simple apology. I learned that my trust is a privilege, and I am much more selective about who I share my vulnerabilities with these days. I am currently in remission and doing great, and my life is much more peaceful without the constant leak of my private information into the public sphere. I have a small, loyal group of friends now who understand that a secret is a sacred thing, and that is all I really need to feel secure.